Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Josh Ellsworth from Stahls and Stahls Transfer Express, and I'm coming to you with a nice end-of-day update. Happy Cinco de Mayo today. Hopefully you got some fun dinner plans, maybe going to have a cocktail or something. I know I'm looking forward to the end of the day here, which is happening for me on the East Coast in about 8 minutes or so, depending on how long of a time we spend together. But we literally just got a product completed that I've been waiting to tell you about. So if you saw my post that I put up about 15 minutes ago, you have a preview of what that product looks like. It is a help to really print these premium face masks. So these are our premium face masks. They come in 3 colors. They come in gray, black, and white. Believe it or not, those are my last 3 samples that I have from my original sample set that I received. So that's it. Been printing them and sending them out. The cool thing about this face mask is it's 100% polyester on the outside, 100% polyester on the inside, and they're actually 3 layers. 2 layers of polyester seals in a piece of Pellon that acts as the filter in the mask, and we carry them in adult and youth sizes. So the update that I want to give you real quick is over at the Stahls.com webpage. If you haven't been there for a while, we have made a design improvement on the adult mask. After seeing the mask and experience it and getting feedback, we've made it with 2 ear holes versus this one and all the ones I've been showing that have the single ear hole. So this won't impact it at all. It's a design improvement. So all of the orders, I'm told, that have been placed so far will go out with this style, with the double ear hole, which will mean it'll fit smaller heads as well as larger heads with the 1 adult mask. So I think that'll be that's an improvement you guys will get. And I wanted to make sure you were aware of that because I know even us, we've been merchandising these and we're trying to, it's very quick moving. So we make some design modifications on the fly. We felt like there was no risk to making that change. It's an improvement for you and for whoever receives the mask. They're going to like that benefit. There's also the youth mask as well. And Craig, thank you for our order as well. Order 250. So these things are flying off the shelf. Right now, we sell these at Stahls in a minimum order quantity of 150, and they're sold in 50 packs, 50. You can break them down. So you can do a pack of white, black, and gray and get 50 of each to get started. But you need to have at least 50 of each color or type, whether that's adult or youth, to get to the 150 minimum order quantity. If you want to figure out how to buy those, post comments to the Facebook group right now for whatever reason from my service, but you can see it's right under the apparel section on Stahls.com. Go up to the apparel and go to premium face masks, and you can read all about them. Now, something that's really cool here on these masks is we've been talking for a while. I think I showed you this image maybe a week or so ago where I sublimated this design onto one of the white base premium face masks, and you can sublimate them because it's 100% polyester. And then I don't want to say it was an aha moment, but it's like, we need to do something more there because people are really interested in this. And so what I just posted was this cool image, and we've went ahead and worked with our art team here at Stahls, which is Dane Clement, who is a world-renowned educator on art and design. And we said, hey, Dane, we'd really like some cool sublimation designs that our customers could purchase and download to be able to make cool looking masks like this zombie clown one that I have here. And so let me show you that. I'm going to go back over and show you his new website too, which is really cool. If you just visit daneclement.com, it's right in the top of the screen. And you can, build your skills, get training on Illustrator and Photoshop, and Dane sells all kinds of great art things. Him and his team just do an awesome job. But if you go right under to the Dane's picks, it will, it's refreshing for me here. It'll pull up a list of some of Dane's recommendations. And under that, you will see our face mask stock designs that you can purchase right here. And so when you click on that to learn more, let me show you some of these cool designs that Dane and the team have come up with. I think you're going to like a lot of these, and I think you're going to like the price as well. So I'll click through some of these. Everything right now is sold in a 3-pack. Let's start there. It's a high resolution PNG file. perfect for printing on your sublimation printer. You will need the 11 by 17 sublimation printer for printing these because of the width of the mask. You won't be able to do it on 8.5 by 11. But if you have an 11 by 17 paper and a sublimation printer, you can just take these high-res files that are perfectly fit to this mask, and I'll show you that here in a second, to be able to sublimate. We're going to do one together. Or I'll show you a way that you can order if you don't have sublimation from Stahls and what that will look like for you. But let me show you some of the looks first. So we have a beard pack here, which is kind of cool. We have butterflies and strawberries pack, and you can navigate these over on daneclement.com. We have a couple vote packs. So we have the Democratic Party represented. We also have the Republican Party represented. Let's not get political in our chat here, but we have both parties, and you don't have to buy the other parties if you're not interested. We have an EMS pack. I really like this one, a fire pack. Those are really cool designs that just pop off of the mask. Flowers, some cool designs there. We have some mascots, which are interesting, and I understand we'll be coming out with more versions of mascot packs soon. Another one maybe as soon as tomorrow as well. We'll have some religious packs. We have sharks, skulls, Americana, which is one of the ones we're going to do today. We're actually going to do this bottom one together today. And then wheels, which would be a combination of skateboarding, I think BMX or biking, and racing. And then lastly, the zombie pack, which was the one I selected to make my own mask. And I can't tell you why I wore this. I made a drive to Morgantown, West Virginia, which is about, I don't know, maybe about a 40-minute drive, just because I had to have my Starbucks, and our Starbucks here is closed inside of the Target, small town here in Uniontown. And so I made that drive, and I popped this face mask on, even going through the drive-through, because the workers were wearing theirs, and I wanted to be respectful. And the girl that was working the drive-through had one look at this and just lost it laughing. So it drew some attention and a compliment. So we've linked to the masks within the feed. These are really cool. You can buy the 3-pack. They are, again, the price of these, you get all 3 high-res images, is $16.99. So what I like to say is if you even decorate 20 masks with these, it's only going to cost you about 80 cents per mask for the artwork. And you can choose your option, add it to cart, and check out as many as you like. So I think that's pretty cool. So Mike, no Canadian designs yet, but Dane's team is working hard. So let me share that with them. I'm sure they'll come up with something and turn it really quickly for you. Like, he turned these in a matter of days, which was awesome. Now let me talk to you a little bit about how they come and how to make them, and then I'll talk about how to order sublimation prints. So had our team create some samples for me. Now this is I made a modification since we created these, so I'll explain to you what that is. So this is the way it comes to you. It's a sublimation printed sheet when you order it from Stahls.com. I'll show you how to do that through our CAD print sublimation transfers. And then you'll have the design and a mirror image. And it's just ink on paper. That's what sublimation is. It's a special ink that's going to dye that polyester fabric. And I'd highly recommend you use the white mask. It's not going to show up at all on the black mask. It'll show up slightly on the gray mask, but it's going to shift your colors and look kind of nasty. So the white mask is the way to go. And it'll give you a way to use up 150 masks with different designs if you buy like that. So when you get this in, it'll come kind of like this. And first thing I recommend you do is you trim it to size, because seeing through this paper to line it up is kind of difficult. I tried a method of heat applying, putting the mask upside down, but really to get through the mask to apply the heat is too tough. So you really want to lay the sublimation paper on top like you would a normal transfer. So I just give it a quick outline trim. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a way that I can get a better visual of exactly where that's going. And then I have my design that's ready to position down. Let's get you a closer look at my heat press. Feel free to ask questions. We are broadcasting live. Move you in really close. Now, what I've done is typically, there can be butcher paper or different types of paper that you can buy. It's really cheap. I have craft paper here. So what I've done is cut my sheet of craft paper in half so I can double it up on the bottom. I learned the hard way on that the sublimation will drive through that and go to your bottom pad if you don't have several layers. I'm going to grab my white mask. I'm going to lay it down on top. Of course, if you're doing a bunch of these, you could probably fit 3 up if you wanted to reach back in your heat press, but 2 really comfortably. And I'm going to start with preheating. That just kind of flattens out my design, or my my mask. Then I'll take my sublimation print, and I like to go pretty quick on this because this sublimation paper starts in a roll, how we print it, so it kind of wants to roll up a little bit. So you got to, position it into place. I like to kind of peek at both sides. We make the designs a little bit bigger than the mask, so you can make sure you have good coverage. And just kind of flip it up on all the corners. And then holding it into place, I'm going to cover it with my cover sheet. In this case, I'm going to use 2 sheets of craft paper. And then I'm going to lock it down for 390 degrees for 45 seconds. So if you have 2 heat presses, you can certainly keep 2 of them busy if you get into a lot of mass production like this in masks. And but this is the dwell time for sublimation, because that ink's actually turning into a gas. Those polyester fibers are opening up underneath the heat, and the ink's actually dyeing the mask itself. After it cools down, when you open the press, instantly those polyester fibers close back up. Sublimation ink is no longer a gas. It turns into a solid that gets trapped in the poly, so it can't be scratched off. It feels just like it's part of the mask, so it's not going to impact breathability. Ship date, and I want to thank my team for jumping in and helping answering the questions. But just to answer that one on air, we said 2 to 3 weeks on the blanks. That's still our current turn time. So those folks that ordered 420 to 424, which was right when we launched these, they'll be shipping May 7th, 8th at the latest. So we'll be shipping all of those out this week. And I'm told it's a 1 or 2 day transit time. So after it's pressed, this piece is done. All the ink, or most of the ink's been transferred. You can kind of see it dyes the paper too. And you're just going to lift this up. It stays pretty hot, so give it a couple seconds. And then you can hold up the completed design. It just looks phenomenal. I mean, it's quick, it's easy, it's totally breathable, and you get a really cool looking mask. I'll throw this on for you real quick so you can see it. Completed result. So you can see good coverage. I'm on the larger side of the head, so I have the larger mask on. It does have a little stretch and flex if you peel it to be able to get a little more stretch to it and be able to put it on. Now, the change when you download these files, so it's not going to have these ear slots that you see here. It's just going to be a full printed file, because I really don't care if that extra ink transfers to my sheet. Those ear slots, what I experienced when I pressed my mask, when we tested this, is I wasn't able to line them up perfect, and it was causing a lot more hassle than it was worth. And so around the ears, I was getting these little white marks. So we just filled all that in, so you'll get good coverage around the ears. That's why we test things. Won't have to worry about that. So looks just awesome. So you can think about, if you're an artist, you can design yourself. When you purchase your first order of masks, and you want the template, as I mentioned to Mike earlier, we're happy to share that template with you as well, so you can create your own designs. Once you download these PNG files, like something I would consider doing is I could take this Americana one, I can import it into CADWorks or Corel or Illustrator, and then I can add on top of the design and make this for whatever organization I'm decorating for. And you can probably think of a lot of ideas where you would want an Americana theme, or maybe on the mascot theme, put a school name under and make it stand out. So you can edit these designs. You're actually getting the production file. You can print them as is, or you can edit them. All right, so I'm going to take a look here at some questions. This is the sublimation process. We shared the link to Dane's website. It's a great way to customize these white masks. And let me share with you a little bit about some concepts here. So you can download this PDF on the Stahls site, and this gives you some ideas. These aren't necessarily designs that we're selling, but these are ones that you can order pre-done. And so you can kind of see, for merchandising, how it all looks, and take these images as well. And you can see what sublimation looks like on the gray mask. It kind of shifts the color and looks a little bit darker. But those are some concepts for you. And if you want to order sublimation transfers from Stahls, we put in a promo for this month, it's 15% off of those sublimation transfers. So you can use the promo code CP sub SUB15 for 15% off, and upload those files after you receive them from Dane straight to the website. And to do that, all you do is go up in the top right-hand corner to the art uploader, click that link, and it will basically give you the option to browse to attach the design. You do that, and then you'll select CAD Print Sublimation from the list. We can print it for you, and you just press. We have not published, I see a question, is the mask template on the Stahls website? We have not mass published the template. And the reason why is because it is the template that if somebody wanted to knock off the mask, obviously they could take the template and they could try to reverse engineer the mask and do it themselves. You know, we will give you the template when you place your first paid order of masks. We're happy to share that template with you. All of our team members that are calling on the mask do have it. So hopefully that gives you some ideas and gives you a way to customize these things and make them different. So again, DaneClement.com. We have Americana designs, we have zombie designs, there's beard designs. And if you guys have ideas for other designs you'd like to see, because you're going to go out and market a lot of these, we're happy to help there as well. And then I'm hopeful that soon we will also have just sublimation full sheets available with patterns and things like that you can lay over and sublimate a few masks at once. So really cool concept. We've had demand for this, so hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to sell those masks. I'm going to stick around and take a couple more questions if there are any. Mike, I'm not sure if it'll work for a discount on Canada, but I'll double check on that. Let's try that. Here is the discount promo code CP sub 15, and we've linked to where you can buy the full color transfers. All right, and then lastly, what I want to say is if 150 minimum is too much for you, Todd, if you're still watching and you have a link or what you would like people to do, I know Todd's a member of our group that you're watching this on. You can reach out to Todd, and he is breaking these down into smaller quantities to help you all out. So feel free, if you need a smaller quantity run, reach out to Todd and see what he has going there, and I'm sure he'd be happy to help you. All right, cool. Hopefully everybody has a great night. Thanks for joining me on short notice. And tomorrow it's my turn on Making It Together. So join me there tomorrow. It's at 11 a.m. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.